What's happening, YouTube? It is me, Eric B, back again. A little bit of time since the last update. Don't mind me just rocking the Armageddon. Only True Believers. Such a good disc. Turn that down just a wee bit. Anyway, back again. Just regular collection update today. Nothing big. Well, I guess the last update was just a regular collection update. They're all just regular collection updates, aren't they? Next one will probably have a common thread, but I'm waiting on a few things for that to come to fruition. But I do have some stuff that has gathered that, fuck it, I'll show right here. So let's start with just some odds and ends. First up, oh, yes, like everyone else, I had to jump on that Death Worship train. I buy all my Revenge and Conqueror shit for the most part on tape. Not necessarily Conqueror. I don't have any Conqueror cassettes, but I do have a lot of Revenge cassettes. So that's why I opted for this version of the Death Worship. The Thai version came with a patch, pretty nice. You should all probably know what this is. Ryan Forrester, Jay Reed. I actually like this version better than the Nuclear War Now version because of the tape labels. Nice J card. Yeah, Canadian black death metal, war metal, whatever you want to call it. Shit is brutal. Pretty mandatory. It's definitely going to find a place on my end of the year list. Even though technically, I guess it didn't actually come out this year. But whatever. Technicalities. See if I can get it back in here. Fuck. Music though, right? God damn. Masterpiece. What next? Moaning of Zezbeth. It's on Darkness Attack. Number 68. Plain black cassette. Very old school photocopy J card. Love it. Love the lo-fi aesthetic of this band. They just fucking rule too. Belgian black metal, but don't think like old Swedish shit like this. Think more like fucking old Smile or I don't know, Mortus. Slow, fucking brooding, dirty, filthy black metal. Super good. Members of that also in. That's some glare right there. Perverted Ceremony. This is on Nuclear War Now. Fucking grim. This is just fucking excellent stuff, man. Another one of my favorites for the year, for sure. Just fuzzy, distorted as fuck, fucking black metal. Kind of in the vein of what you would expect from like early Beherit or Barathrum. Before Barathrum got kind of weird. Awesome stuff. And, fuck, the next thing, CD. I don't show CDs very often. This is an exception. I slept on this back when it came out. Well, when it was repressed, 2010, I want to say. Originally, this came out in 95 or 96. That is Winterland. Welcome, my last chapter, 15-Year-Old Blood. This is basically a repress of their one and only full-length album, released by Temple of Darkness. It's a nice box. I really like this layout. The Swedish stamp. You got the original cover art as a stamp. CD. Standard jewel case. This is a really nice booklet too. Very, very lavish, well put together. Some really nice photography. And then came with a few extras. Now, this is not easy to find. I got this off fucking eBay, and I paid probably more than I should have, but I ended up in a bidding war, and at that point it just kind of became a matter of principle. Came with a little certificate of authenticity. These were limited to 2,000. It's not numbered, so I couldn't tell you what number I got. Unless I'm looking at it here, 20, which is possible. Right there. So that's kind of a nice touch. And then it came with a poster and a sticker. Probably not going to do anything with that. And then little poster with the guys from Winterland. Like I said, this is just a repress of their one and only full length, with the added bonus track of their cover of Freezing Moon by Mayhem. And it's a great cover. I want to say it's a live cover. It's really well done. Very raw. This band is great. If you're not familiar with Winterland, think Dissection, Dawn, Sacramentum, the first album, Necrophobic. You get a bit of an idea. Very melodic, but it's raw, it's fast, furious, it's just cold and evil. It is a great album. Kind of mandatory in your collection in some format, even if digitally. Like I said, the original is way out of print, and I want to say in 95 and 96 it was not pressed on vinyl, just CD. Forever Underground, Forever whatever the fuck. They repressed it on compact disc and vinyl back in 2010. The LP though runs even more than I spent on that fucking CD, so you know, eventually maybe I'll add that, but for the time being, it's nice to have that fucking CD. So that's everything that's not vinyl. Let me take a drink of my coffee. Smooth. So first record, Niflheim, Satanatus. This is another one that I completely slept on when it originally came out, I would say in 2014. This is a very bare bones package. I want to say it's just on black vinyl. It is an EP, 4 tracks, if you include the intro. And it's funny, if you look at the track listing on like Discogs or whatever, side B basically repeats side A, but in backwards order. So I just thought it would play from the label outwards. I don't know if any of you have seen a record like that. I've got a couple. It's kind of cool. But in this case, it plays the correct way, but the tracks are recorded backwards. You know, no one's going to listen to that, but it's kind of a nice touch. As far as the record itself goes, Niflheim. Come on. Swedish black thrash. It fucking rules. It's so good. I want to say this is probably their strongest material since, let me get it. Strongest material since Devil's Force. This isn't about this though. Fucking good. Really good. Satanic Black Thrash. It's the way it's meant to be. Next up, we have got Treblinka, Crawling in Vomits. Treblinka became Tiamat, Swedish death metal. The first 3 Tiamat albums, pretty fucking good. I like them. I don't care for them as much as this song. Now this is a bootleg on, it doesn't even say the label, it just says, this masterpiece is limited to 666 copies. And it's on a very nice translucent red. As far as the music goes, it's Swedish death metal. There's not much to say about it. It's very raw. It is very rudimentary. This is the absolute portrait of a band learning to play. So the name change makes sense because they became, even on the first Tiamat, far more prodigious on their instruments. But I still love this album. It is great stuff. I actually found that in the wild at the local shop. Pretty stoked to have it. It's great. I don't know if you can even hear the music at this point. Next, Arcanum, Friend Martyr. It's on Hammer of Hate. Swedish black metal, again. This is one of those albums that I have kind of like a some nostalgia tied to. One of the first black metal projects that I really stumbled upon on my own. Let's say 97 or something like that. I found the CD, it was on Necropolis. Bought it based off of that. It was really odd for me at the time. You know, the only black metal at that point that I was really familiar with was like Emperor or Marduk or like the first Ethereal album, which is, you know, a little bit of a far cry from Marduk or Emperor, but still a little out there. Not nearly like this fucking Arcanum album, man. And this stuff is just so good. Came on picture disc. Really like the picture disc, and it actually sounds fucking excellent. It's one of my favorite albums of all time as far as black metal is concerned. Love this record. And I had kind of actually forgotten about it until Mr. Mike Seatown picked up a boot and put it up on his Instagram. So thanks, Mike. But this shit's phenomenal. It's so good. You might notice actually pretty much all but one of these records I'm showing you are Swedish. Next up, Nostrand. This is their second album, The Age of Fire. And this is a repress on Funeral Industries, Galgenstrang. That's how you pronounce that. Love that cover art. Love their logo. Back cover. Pretty sure these were limited, licensed officially by Napalm Records. Nostrand was one of those early Napalm bands that kind of rode on the popularity of, you know, the first stringers of the second wave of black metal. So you had like Ethereal, Sorhin, fucking Abigor, and Nostrand, all on Napalm Records. I'm probably forgetting about it, Eminence, I think, Mains. And this is excellent stuff, man. Nostrand got a little weird and experimental, and in fact I think eventually they ended up dropping the black metal aesthetic altogether. But this album is just fantastic. It is raw. It is so well orchestrated and played. It's kind of mind-blowing that, you know, it's just done by a bunch of dirty black metal artists. One of the things I really love about this album is the bass playing, which is super audible. But not only that, it's not like they just turned the bass up, but it's played really well. And the sound, it's just so thick and muddy and just good. You got to hear it if you haven't. Check it out. I'm going to try and be nice and put all the links to this shit down below so you can look into everything that I'm flashing up here after the video's over. And the last thing I got, something I actually kind of forgot that I had ordered. And that is, of course, Crimson Moon. This is their first album. Embrace of Vampire. Wow. Embrace the Vampiric Blood. Brain fart. Came with a. It was pressed by Galore, so it's got that OBI strip that you'll see on Japanese and Chinese pressings of albums. I'm not going to take it off because it's on there really tight. Back cover, more Galore's titles. I don't know. I don't know what the appeal is to most of the bands on this label because they all just fucking sound like noise to me. I'll probably lose some of my fucking black metal cred for saying that, but it's the fucking truth. This band, however, originally put this album out in 94, 95 from San Diego, California, which is kind of a funny place to be from if you're a fucking ritualistic dark black metal band, but you know, such is the case. Really, really nice red vinyl. I love this record, man. I had the original CD, Full Moon, I want to say Full Moon Recordings released it. It did not come out on vinyl originally, which is one of those memories that I have, false memories of having a record that I never really had back in the day. This is one of those. I'm pretty certain I had the CD. Came with a really nice fold-out lyrics and such. Great stuff. And again, I had actually forgotten that I ordered this. I thought I had missed out on it. I didn't want to order it from Galore and try to just because shipping's done. And I know Nuclear War Now got a few titles in, or a few copies in. By the time I went to order them, they were gone. And then I commented on something on Instagram. I think it was on a post by Scourge of Vinyl. And a dude from Crimson Moon actually messaged me back saying he had copies on the Crimson Moon Bandcamp. So that's where I got this co-released actually between Galore and Dark Adversary out of Australia. That's the dude from Drowning the Light. And again, I've been rambling about the record itself, not really much about the music. It's fucking raw, US black metal, very ritualistic, slow black metals. It's not very fast or, ripping, I guess would be a good adjective. But it is super meditative, really somber, almost like a precursor to DSBM in a few facets. And that's kind of reaching, I guess, just to come up with like a way to describe it to people who might not be familiar. At any rate, that's what I've got to show. I'm just about to hit the 20-minute mark. So I want to mention that my subscriber base has grown. I'm nearing 900, I think, at this point. So when I come to, I know I kind of talked about it briefly for hitting 777, then I just brain farted. So I think I want to do a contest when I hit 1,000. So fucking, if you don't subscribe, hit the button down below. It's not that hard. If you're watching this, I imagine it didn't come up randomly. help me get to that fucking 1,000. And I got a few things that I want to put out there for folks. So there'll be a couple giveaways once we hit that mark. Thank you for watching. Definitely appreciate the views and subscribing, as I said. Comment below, please. Engage me in conversation, that dialogue that opens up when you leave a comment on one of my videos. That's one of the reasons why I do this YouTube thing. It's one of the reasons I keep coming back to doing this YouTube thing. It's a fun part of it for me. I like talking about this shit, obviously. And it's one of the things I look forward to when it comes to being involved in this community. So yeah, comment. I will respond. Even if it's a stupid comment, I will say something. I don't know what. Anyway, thanks for watching YouTube. Keep it real.